All right, we're live, and looks like it's almost 8 o'clock on a Friday. So, um, I missed a week, so now I'm gonna make a catch up, I guess. Um, so I'm switched over to night shifts now. Maybe that's why I missed the week. And I think looking at my little video here, because I can see myself, my eyes look darker than they have been in the past. I got off this morning, and I got a little bit of sleep, and I can feel, I got a little bit of a rest today, but I've been up for the most part. I think I got maybe 3 hour nap, so that was good. Maybe four, I don't know, but it's definitely an adjustment. So I'm going into week 3 of the second part of my new grad program. So there's 2 6-week parts. First 6 weeks was day shift on a medical unit. My second 6 weeks is night shift on a surgical unit. And so being on a surgical unit, we get all this. It's actually technically, I think it's a med-surg tele unit. They say it's a post-surgical unit, but I've had tele patients, I've had medical patients, I've had surgical patients on it. So it pretty much gets everything. And there's the hospital I'm at so small, so it's really nice because I'm getting between 3, 4, and 5 patients. And because it's a rural setting, there's a lot of turnover. So, like, if I'm training, 9 times out of 10, it seems like someone's going to train with me. I got somebody training with me. So whether it's a traveler or it's, a student or another, somebody is kind of taking a few patients with me. So it's been really good. A lot of good experience. And so, I guess I'll just talk about some tips and tricks for being a new grad. And I guess this is only pertinent to medical and surgical at the moment, because that's what I'm doing right now. We'll see where I end up landing. I find out like November. Let me see, look at my calendar. Like November 5th, I think. November 5th, we find out. We get to like bid for a full-time position. So right now, because I'm a new grad, I'm under the education department. And so once I finish my 13-week residency or 12-week residency, then I switch over and actually go into a full-time position on one of the floors under that department. And so my schedule will change, and everything will change. My training and all that will be geared toward whatever department I go to. And right now, I'm kind of debating between a step-down unit and the ER. That's kind of the two I'm going for. So if I go step down, I can transition into the ICU pretty easily. And then if I go ER, I could transition to the cath lab pretty easily. That's kind of how it looks like. That's kind of how it goes. I could probably transition to cath lab from the step down unit too. But those are kind of my thoughts. And then also I'm like putting myself on like a 5-year plan to maybe go to CRNA school. Maybe. So if that happens, I need to get in the ICU and not go to the ER, because ER does not count as critical care experience for CRNA. But tips and trips. What are some tips? So, a tip might be, don't chew gum is a good tip as a new grad. When you have a preceptor, don't chew gum. Brush your teeth. Do lots of smiling. Volunteer for anything and everything. That's my opinion. I love when people volunteer for stuff. I love volunteering for stuff. And it makes me sad when like new grads get scared to do stuff, Like, oh, hey, there's something, on the floor to do. And the new grad has the opportunity and they pass it up. Like that just, it's not good. So don't pass up any opportunities to learn or practice your skills. Always, and so here's another tip. So if you're gonna be doing something new before you go off and do it, even if you've done it 100 times, pull the policy of that department. Every hospital nowadays has their policies and procedures on the computer, usually at the tips of your fingers. If they're not, you got a bad hospital. So pull the policy on that specific thing. Like for instance, let's say we're going to pull out a triple lumen right IJ central line, and that baby's got to come out. If you know the steps and everything, excellent. If you know the steps, you could probably do it. But pull the policy and read the policy and highlight little things just so you are exactly sure, to the T, what they expect of you to do based on what their requirements are, so that you do it right. You know what I mean? So that's, I guess that's a little tip. Follow policy. Don't chew gum. Smile. Don't be inappropriate. Follow the rules. So if they say, you're supposed to take one patient and then two patients and then three patients, don't just be like, oh, I can take three patients. Just start. I don't know. Just do what you do. Follow the rules. You know what I mean? So I guess those are some tips. I don't know. Maybe they're a little dumb. Maybe those are dumb tips. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think if you have any other tips or any ideas. But it's going well. Surgical is kind of cool. I mean, I worked on a surgical trauma unit. I don't think I vlogged when I was doing that, but I worked as a nurse extern on a surgical trauma unit, and it was not enjoyable. I was working as a nurse extern. You basically work as a CNA, and it was not. I did not enjoy it at all, but I learned a lot, and I learned how to time manage really, really well because I had like 12 patients at a time. And I learned how to prioritize because I had a crap load of stuff to do, more stuff to do. I was working harder on that med surg floor, making $12 an hour or whatever it was, than I am working as a nurse at this floor, taking 3 or 4 patients. They were grinding me into dust. I'm so glad I didn't stay there. Thank God I didn't stay there. I love where I'm at. I love this hospital. So wherever I land in this hospital, I'll be happy. But my little, pie in the sky dreams is like, cath lab or CRNA is like the, tippy top. So, there's like, so I listen to, I listen to a lot of Dave Ramsey. He's got a great little channel, and I'm all about, not taking on a whole lot of debt unless it's paying you monthly, and it's safe debt, like rental properties and stuff. I don't like taking on consumer debt and stuff, but I was listening to him, and he was talking to some really poor person on the phone, and she was making like $35,000 a year, and she had like a crap load of consumer debt, like triple what she was making, like $90,000 in debt, and he said, oh, my baby's awake. Hey, babe, do you want to say hi to the camera? The camera's on. Do you want to see? Are you ready for night-night? Do you want me to tuck you in? I thought you were asleep. Here, poke your head in here. Hold on, where is it? Hold on, let's see. Okay. Oh. Hold on, let me see if we can see this. Okay. Oh, there you are. Look, that's you. Isn't that cute? Hey, hold on, show them your blue hair. Look at this. Hold on, you gotta turn this way. Look at that. Is that blue? Is that your blue hair? We gotta get you more blue hair, girl. It's all running out. Hold on, you gotta turn this way. They can't see you. Are you ready for bed? Mm-hmm. Are you tired? Do you want me to tuck you in for bed? Yeah. You're trying to push buttons on this? You trying to push buttons on my computer? No. Oh, you troublemaker. Alright, I can tuck you in. I did. Let me see how many time I did. Let me see. That's enough. I did almost 10 minutes. That's plenty of time. That's enough. I'm doing good. That's the update. I'm doing good. Are you doing good? Yeah? And are you ready for bed?
I pushed a button.
You pushed a button? Oh, you sneaky girl.
This one.
Why are you pushing buttons, you sneaky girl? What? Oh, I'm going to tickle you. I'm going to tickle you. I'm going to tickle you. Oh. All right. I'm going to say let's call it a day. And what? I was making a point. I was in the middle of making a point. It doesn't matter, though. Who cares? You can...
Can I push buttons?
You seriously want to push buttons right now?
Yeah. Just 1 minute.
Okay, let's just push buttons. Boop, 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 boop,
Can
boop.
I do it by myself?
By yourself?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me end the stream and then I'll let you push buttons.
Okay.
Because this is live on YouTube right now. We're live on YouTube. And hold on. Okay, here we go. That's 10 minutes. All right, that's all I got, people. We're gonna put this baby to sleep. I'm gonna call it a night. So I'll make another video next week about
Can I push
how we do
buttons
here.
now?
All right, that's it.